I hail from a suburb outside Southeast.
Welcome back to Cooking More with Less. My name again is Celina and this is Amor. And tonight we're going to be making some salmon, some wild. So we're going to start off, this is our salmon. We can go ahead and season that real quick. We're going to use a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And again, our dry rub, we're going to use a little bit of garlic powder. I know Amor, I know you want to help. Hold on a second. We're going to use some salt. The salt is very, very important.
Can I put the salt on there?
Sure, but you're eating chips. So allow yourself to eat your tortilla chips. And let's get this done. So I'm going to actually use a little bit more garlic powder because I like garlic. We're going to go ahead and season that with a little bit of paprika. We're going to use some sage because we're making green peas tonight. And I like sage. I like nice fresh herbs. And a little bit of cumin. Looks like a lot, but it's going to melt down to be like nothing. So again, go ahead and mix all that together. Make sure we have a little bit of ground pepper. Excuse me, Amor, I'm sorry. Thank you, baby. You're getting taller.
Yeah.
See how your head can't fit there as easily?
No.
Actually use a little bit of cayenne.
Cayenne is good for me.
Cayenne's very good for you. High in vitamin C. Really, really good to ward off and keep off colds. And I actually like to squeeze a little lemon when it's in the pan. So we can go ahead and put our front...
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sweetheart. Yes. Thank you. It's really sweet. Thank you, sweetheart. So we're going to go ahead and throw our green beans in the back of the pan. Just throw them nicely in there. As soon as they get dropped in there, you can keep the camera right there. I'm going to go ahead and you can see that I shifted my pan off the flame just to make sure that I don't kill what's going on there.
Look, Mommy.
So we have two things going on, the salmon and the green beans. And I'm going to go ahead. Mommy, can you show this? No, more. Not right now. We're going to use the line for something else. So as you can see, not really a close-up. I'm just using a half of yellow onion. God bless you. Goodness gracious. A half the yellow onion. I'm not going to even use all of it, but I do like the way it flavors our green beans. I'm going to let all of that saute together in the pan. And because I cook my green beans for a while, yes, it's smart to put the onion and the garlic down first. But because I like cooking everything together, I'm cool with it being like that. We're also, hold on a second more, we're also doing it like this for time purposes. So I just put some salt in there, and I brought it back up to a high. It's okay. And what I like making my green peas with is a little bit of straight cracked pepper. Brings a nice flavor out in them. A nice heat. And Amor will eat them up too. No, they're not. They're fine. So that's going on. We have our fish in the other pan. Just make sure you watch the flame and reduce everything. Now again, try to use vegetables that you enjoy, but do switch it up a little bit. Switch it up if you like and you enjoy. To get a different spatula. It's okay, sweetheart. So I'm just going to wash off my leeks as well. You can help by being really quiet and still because you really wanted to come up here. And I don't mind you coming up here at all. I just don't want you to be too disruptive. So I'm just cutting the very front of my leek, which also adds a nice flavor. No, I don't like you using knives. We're back again. Don't guilt yourself was basically the point of what I was expressing. And pace yourself. For me, I remember the first 2 years of breastfeeding, I only breastfed. I did a little bit of stretching and I did a little bit of yoga, meaning like twice a week, hopefully on the weekends. So as you see right now, what I'm doing is I'm taking my fish out of the pan, and it's pretty much cooked. But I'm gonna still put it in the oven just for a couple of minutes to make sure that it's cooked through, because we're all really specific about having well done fish in this house when we do enjoy it. So you have a beautiful color on top, a nice sear, and that's all olive oil. No other trans crazy fats in there. So I'm just wrapping that up a little bit so it doesn't completely dry out. And our pan is off. And on low in the back is the green beans still. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at them. Nice char color underneath. And all that garlic and good flavor is stuck in there. And I remove all of the vegetables. This is a little browner than I actually wanted it to be. But things happen. We had 2 technical difficulties, and it's okay. They're still going to be delicious. We're just going to leave them on low and steam them through. So again, you know, you don't punish yourself for things that happen out of your control. You go with the flow. And that's part of cooking more with less. Like, really using what you have to the best of your ability. She was like, you know, how many times do you go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't go to the gym. I have a child. There's no grandparents. There's no extended family. And it's not to say that's a problem, because it's gotten better. Shawnee moving here has been really an energetic lift. And I say that to say you can't force people to be where you are, to be around you, but New York was enough. And I'm so thankful we made the switch. But again, I don't go to the gym. I don't have time to go to the gym. In the morning, I'm with him more. I'm homeschooling him right now, so it's just us during the day. And we definitely, you know, of course, have play dates and all those other things, but it's about him. So what I do is I take 30 minutes out to work out. And because I'm home, using what I have around me to the best of my ability. So I'm going to definitely incorporate that and show, just extend and share with people how you can work out at home and still, you know, get all the results you want. You don't have to necessarily monopolize TV. If you have a radio and you can focus on like 4 songs, you're good money. So what I also wanted to show was last night I made a beautiful quinoa salad. And we had a little corn in there. This is leftovers, but I wanted to show the power of leftovers. I basically steamed through some white and black quinoa. It looks like this. It's a grain. And the grain can be bought at Whole Foods, or of course Trader Joe's, which I miss so much. But you basically can get quinoa, and it's a really high protein grain. And I like using it as an alternative for rice and for other carbohydrates. Go ahead, lemon. Go ahead, lemon. Go ahead, lime. You know why I call these lemons? Because in Miami, lemons don't exist. You're like, hi, can I please have a bowl of lemons? They're like, sure, here goes your lime. And I'm like, this is green. This is not a lemon. But I call them lemons now because there are lemons out here. So again, this is a quinoa. You basically can do like, I boiled 2 cups of quinoa to 1 and almost 4 cups of water. So that'd be like 1 cup of quinoa is to 2 cups of water. 2 cups of quinoa is to 4 cups of water. But instead of doing all 4 cups of water, minimize the 4 cups to like 3 3/4. I guess that would be. And keep it right there. Put it on high, steam it through real quick, bring it on a high, and then steam it through for about 25 minutes on low. On the lowest, like you do with rice. But keep it covered and keep it steamed through. And you'll sense when it's done. It's 25 minutes, you pick it up, you stir it around, and you're good money. So quinoa, we're going to warm it up a little bit and throw our salmon on top and have our green beans on the side. And it's going to be a really, oh, those look good. I'm going to take them out of the pan so you can not see the horrible looking pan that looks like it was murdered. But you can enjoy the food on top. And again, I don't know, I think your sign is really interesting. My husband's always like, you're such a Virgo. And I am in a lot of ways when it comes to cooking. My bathroom and my kitchen, I'm a little anal retentive with, but everything else I've learned to free up on. So, you know, you go with the flow. Let's see how these came out. So that's actually really pretty. They came out really good.
Yeah.
So with the flavor of the quinoa and all the other good stuff, you're great. And again, that's just olive oil, and because I don't put oil in the quinoa, all of the quinoa absorbs these flavors, and it's just great. So yeah, like, work with what you have, you know. I'm not too impressed with the size of my kitchen and how it allows me to function, but I have to eat and I have to cook and I have to enjoy what I cook. So enjoy the space that you're in, and that's, like, you know, the quiet thing you tell yourself.
Is that the heart of cooking more with less?
The heart of cooking more with less is utilizing what you have in your kitchen, utilizing what you have in your spirit, really understanding that you can cook more plentiful, good foods without all the preservatives and toxins. You know, there's a whole bunch of hoopla about original people and just people in general becoming more and more obese. And it's ridiculous. It's like there's foods out there, but, you know, when you're on the go and when you're in a society that's so about doing everything in motion, you're not even sitting down and eating your food. So how do you have, if you don't have time to be with your family, how would you have time to cook food and enjoy it at the end of the day? And it's really just a shift in perception and knowing that you can still make good stuff without, you know, like, wasting a whole bunch of time, and without feeling like, you know, you're spending hours in the kitchen thinking about what you're going to do and punishing yourself for not being inspired to cook good food. Like, you have to train your palate to enjoy greens. It can take a while for some people. Some people are like, oh, green food. And I've met people that don't eat green food. There's such diets that they just eat, like, white foods. And meat. If that works for you, cool. But, you know, as a highly melanated person, I have to have greens with all my food, and it's really good. So I'm going to warm this quinoa up. Okay, so that was ended on such a crazy note because I didn't think I had enough recording space and all that other stuff. So I just wanted to show the presentation because it's so pretty. So that's for Shawnee. And Shawnee, you can go ahead and pan back to the plantain because you actually like plantain for the B12. Plantain is really, really, really rich in B12. And because Shawnee doesn't eat
Meat.
any dairy
Meat.
or any meat, of course not, but we are, you know, we don't eat. I just got him to try a little piece of fish the other day, and it really digested well with him. It made me so happy because it's really good, especially if you want to build and just have a little bit of muscle, to eat a really good source of protein. And a little piece of fish will do it, just like that for a grown-up. So that's it. Frying plantain is also simple. I always use extra virgin olive oil and everything. And now that's something you present to somebody, not the way I was eating and presenting it to myself. So I just wanted to show it because simple presentation means so much. All right, you guys, enjoy. Continue to be inspired. And thank you, Shawnee. I know that piece of cloth is there because I just hung up my laundry. Just hung up my laundry. Part 6. See you next week. Bye.
I hail from a suburb outside Southeast. No, I ain't the type